Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. We're just about set. All right, we are good to go. We are streaming live on Facebook. Everybody's connected on Zoom. So awesome. We're ready. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Awareness Wednesday Primetime. We're your hosts, Reggie and Victoria Flanagan out of New Jersey. So welcome, everybody. As always, you guys are our co-hosts, so thank you for joining us. Remember, you guys make it all worth it, so thank you so very much. So before we get into our detailed information, I'm going to pass this over to my better 7/8, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan, because she's way more than just my half, y'all. Listen, she's doing her thing. I said it this morning. I say it again. The girl gets in deep when she goes and gets to this research about the reports, the different subjects that we cover, and she does an outstanding job. And I'm extremely proud of what she's done and what she continues to do and want to share this good, effective information on these different topics that we cover. So I want to thank her for that and what she does, all that legwork, her resiliency, her championship, her staying power, all that and above. I can say that because it's true. When you see her in that back room, in that back office of hers, and she gets in that, just leave her alone. She gets in that zone and it's nonstop. She gets it in. And she brings all that information that she gathers in a report to bring to us every single week. Who does that? My better 7/8, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan. All right, so I'm going to pass it to her and let her tell you why it's important to her, this platform. Ms. Victoria, take it away.
Because there's so many sick people out there, family. It is. We got to start taking our own health into our own hands. We truly do. And I'm just here to help you. I'm that guide on the side that's going to walk you through getting into better health. That's all I'm here for. You can take what you want, you can kick out the rest, but take something and share it with somebody and get the information out there.
That's the bottom line. Absolutely.
That's the bottom line. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. Trying to help you.
That's what we're trying to do. Not trying. We are doing. Not even talk about trying. We're doing it. All right. So, like I mentioned, there's so much going on, especially happening around the world, with high blood pressure, you got diabetes, you got cancer, obesity, you got so much happening right now. And it's on the rise, not just happening in adults, but it's also attacking our children too. So it's important we understand these conversations are not just for you, it's for everybody. And that's why we do what we do on this platform, giving you good, effective information. All right. So let's go into our subject as always, serving God with healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scripture, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. That's 3 John 1 and 2. So our subject today, as you've seen on screen, is inflammation. Inflammation. Who do you know that's going through it right now? You may know somebody who may know someone who's suffering with inflammation right now. And that's the number one thing about a lot of issues that are taking place right now, especially around the world with unhealthy and individuals. So you're going to hear a great report today, good things that you can bring to the table. All right. So with that, I'm going to pass it back over to the urchin, the certified health coach, Miss Victoria Flanagan. Take it away, my darling.
I'm about to dehydrate.
She just come from walking. She did her 10,000 plus steps. So she's still calming down. I jumped in the
tub and I'm still can't stop sweating because my adrenaline is pumping.
Still up. Yes, it is.
So I'm drinking my coconut water
to dehydrate. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing.
So let's get into it, family. We are talking about inflammation today because this month is Lupus Awareness Month and it's also Arthritis Awareness Month. And both of those, what they have in common is inflammation. So that's why I chose inflammation today to talk about. So here we go. What exactly is inflammation? I'm glad you asked. Here we go. Inflammation is your body's response to injuries or invaders, but it can also harm your health if it's chronic or it affects your healthy tissues. A lot of people don't understand that. That little inflammation can go a long way in hurting you. So inflammation is your body's response to a trauma, such as an injury. It is part of your body's immune system's method of healing your body. Inflammation actually means fire on the inside. That's what inflammation is. It's fire on the inside of your body. It's easy to spot and it's easy to feel because the signs include some swelling, some redness, some warmth, some pain. And when the body triggers a healing response, you can feel the pain, the strain of the muscles, the sprains, the tendinitis, the bursitis. So when it is finally diagnosed, Your doctor and the patient often dismiss it as mere signs of aging or obesity. So it's not aging and obesity. You don't have to hurt like that. You truly don't. So again, while inflammation is the symptoms of virtually every disease, I'm going to read that again. While inflammation, what we're talking about tonight, is a symptom of virtually every disease, and I got that underlined, every disease, it also aggravates the disease. So you get that inflammation in your body, your knees are swelling, or you got carpal tunnel syndrome in your wrist, it's going to hurt. That inflammation hurts. So it states that unmentioned inflammation, it brings exposure to inflammatory cytokines, which are destructive cell signaling chemicals that contribute to most degenerative diseases.
Most of them.
Among them are atherosclerosis, heart disease, cancer, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, allergies, asthma, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, hepatitis, celiac disease, and diabetes.
Wow.
Now I'm going to tell you how inflammation affects your body. I got it right here. Got it pulled up. I'm going to read it for you. How inflammation affects your body. Inflammation is at the root and practically all known chronic health conditions. This is what I'm reading right here. Inflammation in the brain. It's a pro-inflammatory cytokines. It causes autoimmune reaction in the brain, which can lead to depression, autism, poor memory, Alzheimer's disease, and MS. That's multiple sclerosis. Now, inflammation in your heart, cardiovascular disease. That's inflammation of the heart, arterial, and venous walls contributes to heart disease. It contributes to stroke, high blood pressure, diabetes, and anemia. That's inflammation in your chest, in your heart. Now, if you got inflammation in your muscles, inflammatory cytokines can cause muscle pain and weakness, can manifest a carpal tunnel syndrome. That's that in your wrist. Exactly. Rheumatoid arthritis as well, to just to name a few. Now, in your bones, down in your bones, inflammation interferes with your body's natural ability to repair bone mass, increasing the numbers of fractures and leading to conditions like osteoporosis. You also have osteopenia. That's early signs of osteoporosis. Now, in skin, you got inflammation in your skin. That's some swelling of your skin. Chronic inflammation compromises your liver, your kidneys, resulting in rashes, dermatitis, eczema, acne, psoriasis, wrinkles, and even fine lines. So if you got inflammation, it would look like you aging, but you just got inflammation in your face. Moving on over, inflammation of your thyroid. Automatically, as a result of inflammation, can reduce total thyroid receptors count and disrupt your thyroid hormone functions. You know that's your thermostat to your body. Yes, your thyroid's messed up. You're going to have some issues in there. Now, if you got inflammation in your lungs, inflammation induces autoimmune reactions against the lining of your airways. So that can result into allergies or asthma. You got inflammation in your lungs. Your GI tract. Chronic inflammation damages our intestinal lining and can result in issues like GERD, Crohn's disease, and celiac disease. That's all issues of the gut. You got IBS syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, anything going on with the gut. This is just from some inflammation.
Right.
Now, your kidneys. Inflammatory cytokines restrict blood vessels to your kidneys. Complications of edema, hypertension, that's high blood pressure, nephritis, that's in your kidneys. You can get that when you have lupus, lupus nephritis. It also, kidney failure can also be a result of inflammation in your kidneys. Now, the last one is your liver. Inflammation in your liver, that's a swollen, sluggish liver. Buildup of inflammation leads to an enlarged liver or a fatty liver disease, increased toxic load buildup in your body. This is from inflammation in your body.
How about that?
Now, Dr. Sebi said it right when he was practicing. Dr. Sebi said there's only one disease, and it's mucus. What is mucus? That's a buildup of inflammation. That's exactly what that is. And that just went over. You got inflammation in your body, something's going to go wrong from just that chart right there. Thank you for that, honey.
You're very welcome.
So it also causes our bodies to age rapidly, including developing wrinkles, atherosclerosis, that's hardening of the arteries. That's your heart. That's all your vessels in your body. Hardening of your arteries. Also, most commonly due to excessive amounts of plaque buildup in your arteries. This plaque contains cholesterol, calcium, white blood cells, collagen, elastin, platelets, and other materials. As the plaque builds up in your arteries, blood flow eventually decreases to vital organs. So you're not getting that blood flow to all those organs that need that blood flow. So now you got a problem, including your heart and your brain. So that can lead to heart attacks or it can lead to strokes. So in the United States, more than 780,000 people die a year of disease related to cardiovascular disease. Nearly 130,000 die from strokes. So cardiovascular disease is still the leading cause of death in the United States. That's one in 3 deaths out of one of the most treatable and preventable of all afflictions. Treatable and preventable. You can fight back with a lifestyle change of good nutrition and prayer. That's in the report.
That's in the report.
Good nutrition and prayer. Also, plaque in your coronary arteries usually starts developing in your teens.
Oh, yes.
They found that out. A documentary I watched, they did an autopsy on a boy that was in a car accident. And I think he was around 13. But they say the artery starts to build up, the plaque starts to build up in your arteries as early as 10. So you got to be really, really mindful of what we are eating.
Think about early.
We got to pay close attention to that.
So if you look at, if you take note and really think about the foods that we're eating today, like all
from the age of 10,
can you imagine?
All the way
that's
up.
The reason why. If you're eating clean from start and you stay that way, I believe that will not happen as much.
Think about it though.
The body what it needs.
Yeah.
But the plaque comes from, like you mentioned, diet, poor diets, eating the wrong foods.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So now we know that it can start developing as early as 10.
So think about it, family. So all of us may have some sort of plaque buildup right now.
I'm sure you do. If you're sick and you on this line, you
may have some buildup.
Plaque somewhere. Some buildup somewhere. So it states that free radicals are the enemies to our blood vessels and our body cells in general. Those are free radicals, and we know that we suck those in 24 hours a day, all day long. So it also states that our bodies sustain over 10,000 hits of free radicals every day.
10,000 plus particles we breathe in.
And we have the solution to the problem. The solution is antioxidants. Say that word right there.
Antioxidants, that's the word.
That is the solution to inflammation in our bodies. The solution is antioxidants. Antioxidants are extremely important in preventing heart disease due to the blocking and the repairing functions. It states that millions of microscopic cracks. The video I watched, they were showing how the cracks in the arteries, and if you don't fill those cracks will be filled with something else, or those cracks can get larger and cause another whole issue. So it's something to really pay attention to. So it also states that the adequate amount of antioxidants, such as your glutathione, your vitamin C, vitamin E, your phytoflavonoids, pine bark, grapeseed extract, which is excellent, resveratrol, excellent, pomegranate juice, excellent, and berries, all berries, such as blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, may help prevent these cracks from occurring in the first place. Eat your berries. And it also states that without adequate antioxidants, more plaque is formed. Wow. So vitamin C is very important. That's high in antioxidants for repairing damage to your coronary arteries. It helps to increase the production of collagen. We all know that, and elasticity, both of which add stability to our blood vessels. It's like ABC 1, 2, 3. If you really know what's going on, what we pick up and what we put in our mouth, it makes a world of difference. A world of difference. If you change your diet, pull something out of your diet or just tweak it a little bit, you will feel so much better. You truly would. Also, it says within 2 decades, more than 1/3 of Americans will have some inflammatory disorder. 1/3 of America is going to have some inflammatory disorder. It is a result of an immune system in overdrive. And it can exacerbate your asthma, acne, obesity, and even ruin your mood. I want to share with you it's not all of them, but I just wrote down some of them, of the autoimmune issues. Because people with autoimmune issues have a lot of inflammation. So there's a lot of autoimmune issues out there. That's when your body attacks itself. Yes. So you have Addison's disease, you have celiac, you have Graves' disease. That's what Miss Wendy Williams has. You have Crohn's disease, all in the gut. Multiple sclerosis, you have rheumatoid arthritis, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, that's what our daughter has. Sjogren's syndrome, that's another one where the eyes get super dry. You have systematic lupus, you have discoid lupus, both of the lupuses. You also have type 1 diabetes and fibromyalgia. There are others, but those are just some that people know about as far as autoimmune issues. So if you have any of those, or you might have more than one. It's possible that you can have more than one autoimmune issue. So you have to get properly diagnosed on which one you might have. So that's why it's very, very important to know your own body. What hurts when you eat this, or what bothers you when you eat that? If you know what your triggers are, don't eat that.
Exactly. They say you document these things.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have an illness or it's coming out of nowhere, just start documenting what you're doing throughout the day, and then start connecting the dots. And you can basically pinpoint and diagnose yourself.
In a sense.
In a sense. Yeah. You definitely want to go get a doctor's opinion, of course. But that's where we are with that. So it's also, it says your diet is very, very important if you have inflammation in your body. An anti-inflammatory diet include low-fat, non-fat dairy. I say no dairy at all, especially if you got inflammation in your body. You don't need no dairy at all. Also, olive oil, potatoes, nuts, very lean poultry, legumes, those are your seeds and your grains and things, and red wine. Red wine in moderation because it has that resveratrol in it, which is excellent for inflammation. Also, you want to eat like the French, the Italian, and the Greek. They eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, a lot of green salads, a lot of fish. They eat the rainbow. That's why I say Americans, we are the sickest country, but we got access to everything. And it's sad.
And that's a fact, though. That's a fact. It is sad.
You leave out of this country, you will not see the obese rate like you see it here. You know, they just took it to another level here in the United States as far as obesity and what people are eating. You got to be really mindful of what you're eating. You are what you eat.
And you are what you absorb.
Absolutely. So here's some things that are good for inflammation. Olive oil. Olive oil is excellent. It's high in your omega-3s. You can also have your walnuts and your flaxseed. You should be trying to get that in every meal every day, because it really is good for you. Exactly. Oil, fish oil. I mean, fish. Omega-3s rich in your fish oil. Also, you want to eat some type of fish 2 to 3 times a week to decrease your risk of sudden cardiac death. So fish is good for you, family. It slows down the arterial plaque. So that's why it's so important to get those omegas in your body. There you go. You can choose salmon, you can have trout, you can have herring, you can have sardines, you can have mackerel, tuna for a potent anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Not too much tuna, because some tuna can have mercury in it. Well, but eat those fish. You're not going to eat a whole lot of it.
Yeah, because a lot of fish can have mercury. Not just tuna. Tuna, I know, was on a lot of thing in the news about tuna. But
mackerel, I think mackerel was in there too.
In that report. Just got to be careful. Right. You don't want to overdo it, but it's good to have that fish. And if you can, buy your fish that's wild caught, flash frozen and vacuum sealed. Those are the best ones. You know, just be mindful when you're purchasing seafood, because we eat it all the time. So definitely do that. Yeah. I'm a salmon.
We be looking at it with a microscope. What is it? What is that?
Salmon's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's definitely that wild caught.
Exactly, that's a good one. Pregnant women should avoid king mackerel and tuna because it's high in mercury. What he was just saying. So if you're pregnant, be mindful of what you're taking in. The third one is grass-fed beef. If you're still eating beef, you want cows are fed high-calorie corn and grains, high inflammatory. So it may be more expensive getting that grass-fed meat. It's going to be expensive, but it's worth it. No more than 18 grams of lean beef weekly. More than that, it raises your colon cancer risk. See, a lot of people don't know that beef is linked to colon cancer. Y'all heard it here first, because right now they got a whole lot of commercials about colon cancer because it's taking out our African-American men, because you eat a lot of meat. Y'all got to fall back. Talk to your husbands and boyfriends. Got to fall back from too much of this red meat. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you. It could be linked, as well as a whole lot of other things too.
Absolutely.
It may. You just got to be careful.
So the next one is, right, don't overdo it. But this is Memorial Weekend. Everybody throwing something red on that grill. I know it. But just be mindful.
Just be mindful.
And just mix it with some more vegetables.
Yes.
Exactly. There you go.
Throw that in your system.
There you go. The next one is nuts and seeds. We talk about that all the time on this platform because we eat a lot of nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds can lower your levels of inflammation. Walnuts, pistachios, cashews, almonds, but measure 1 ounce serving and keep the calories in check, because nuts can have a lot of calories in it. They can be fattening, but you only need a handful. So just get a handful of nuts every single day to keep the risk down from building up in your arteries.
What do you got? Your walnuts, we got
pistachios, we got cashews. What other nuts we got in it? Oh, pumpkin seeds. We got flax seeds, chia seeds. We got all kinds of seeds up in there. The next one is dark chocolate, the real dark chocolate, the coca chocolate. Coca, a study in 2009, University of California, they showed drinking coca powder with low skim milk improve blood flow and decrease the lipid levels in postmenopausal women. So get that coca. You can find coca too everywhere. Comes in a little bag. They got some in a box. I got to start getting that because you can add it to your smoothies. Really good. The next one that I love is cranberries. Cranberries inhibit the growth of breast, colon, lung, prostate tumors. Cranberries. They're packed with antioxidants. They're anti-inflammatory properties. You can put dried cranberries in your salad, in your oatmeal, but cranberries are excellent. The next one is cherries. I'm big on cherries, love cherries. It's not quite cherry season just yet.
Not yet.
So hold on. Eating cherries for 28 days will decrease your inflammation. It relieves arthritis. Tart cherry juice is also good for gout. We talked about that, tart cherry juice. And people who suffer from insomnia, drink some tart cherry juice before you go to bed. It can help relax you as well. You know, bring all of that down so you can get a good night's sleep. The next one is grapes. Not quite grape season just yet either.
You can't find some good grapes,
but you want to find with seeds.
Seeds in it. I'm telling you, the ones we brought back from Delaware.
Right.
Yeah.
Good grapes. Good grapes.
And that was from a farmer's market, by the way.
So you want to find fruits and vegetables with seeds. Very important, family, because if you're eating that other stuff, that it's not real. It's generally modified, generally grown. It might taste good because we just had, I was telling them big grapes we had at church on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
grapes was about that big,
but no seeds in them.
No seeds.
Good taste, but we know it was
it was
modified fruit.
There you go.
It wasn't a real fruit.
So just be mindful of where you get your grapes from. But grapes are good, high in antioxidants. They're high in resveratrol, same thing that's found in red wine. Also, they fight inflammation and cancer. These are just grapes. So drinking Concord grape juice may lower inflammation. We know that for sure. Grapes are loaded with fiber and less sugar. The fruit is healthier than the juice. So eat your grapes, family. The next one is apples. Now, apple a day will keep the doctor away because apples are high in pectin and it's high in fiber. So the fiber can keep you full longer. It truly is. So get you some apples, all kind of apples. The granny apples, the other apples, all apples are good. The last one is broccoli. You want to eat your broccoli. We big on broccoli, but broccoli is high in, we go through a bag. We go through some broccoli. It's high in beta carotene, vitamin C and B, flavonoids. It decreases inflammation. You can get your kale. Kale is great for your liver. And I had a couple of more. Let me see, where else did I have the other ones? What was the list I wrote down? Oh, here it is. I watched the documentary yesterday on inflammation, and they were talking about what was good for inflammation also was turmeric.
Oh, yeah.
Cook with turmeric. Put turmeric on everything. Whatever you put turmeric on, put black pepper on it too, because it brings out more of the turmeric. But do the turmeric, they say ECCG, that's found in green tea. Mr. Drink can go through some green tea. But green tea is excellent for you as well. It can also help bring down inflammation.
Let me just, before you go further, that turmeric, you don't want to put too much turmeric because that can have you go into the bathroom too. It's like a laxative in a sense, but it's very good. So good source of turmeric is good for on some broccoli, steamed broccoli with black pepper. Awesome.
It send you to the bathroom?
No, it doesn't. I'm telling people because if you note, it's one of the things that turmeric can do. It can help to relieve you.
Very, very good for you.
But don't overdo it. If you use it moderately, you won't have that problem.
But those are the turmeric, the EGCG from green tea. You have your omega-3s. We talked about that. And then sesame seeds and sesame oil.
Right.
You can make your own salad dressing with sesame oil and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. You can make your own dressings. You don't have to buy that store-bought dressing with all that sugar and stuff in it. Make your own. And just do it on your salad.
And you know what's in it.
And then this way, they were also talking about stay away from processed foods. Processed foods are loaded with sugar. They're loaded with salt, and it can hurt you. If you're swollen and hurting, you're going to hurt even more because it makes it even worse. They say sugar makes inflammation worse. Smoking, that's down here too. Smoking also makes your inflammation worse. It says inflamed arteries are common among people with heart disease. It could trigger a blood clot that can cause a heart attack. Obesity is another one. Obesity triggers inflammation, can lead to diabetes, and makes it harder to use your insulin. Chronic brain inflammation in the brain, that people with dementia and Alzheimer's disease, that's inflammation in the brain. So if you don't want grandma to start slipping, start feeding grandma them blueberries. That can help to slow the process down. Also, too much can hurt your gut. We talked about that. The chronic inflammation is tied to ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome. It attacks the healthy bacteria in your gut and the symptoms of the belly pain, the cramping, and even diarrhea. Also is a part of fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is brain inflammation as well. And sometimes it happens fast where your body is trying to fight off an infection. So most people with fibromyalgia is usually after a car accident. It's whatever's
with that
going on with that, it triggers. I was telling them this morning with your sister with the lupus, she fell off a porch.
And that triggered
something in her body, right? It also says your diet matters. We just talked about that. Your diet matters. The type of foods that you eat affects how much inflammation you have in your body. So you want to get plenty of fruits and vegetables and grains, plant-based proteins like your beans and nuts and your fish. We just talked about that. Whole grains, very little dairy, no processed foods. The next one, it says to stay active. Exercise is still good for you. Even though you might have some inflammation, whatever exercise you could do, you need to be doing it. If you just have to work out in a chair, work out in a chair.
As long as you
get
moving,
something done.
in there. I'm telling you.
A healthy weight is to keep the inflammation in check. So I don't care what it is. You have to move, family. That's in every single report. We have to move our bodies. Our bodies were meant to move. What they say, a body in motion stays in motion.
That's
right. You got to keep it moving. You don't move it, you're going to lose it.
How many of you are stretching?
I'm telling you, I was just in the park. I got my 10,000 steps in for the day. I
can show you mine too.
What you got?
I'm at 9,967.
Okay, you got to run around the backyard.
I'll do that
before we go to bed. The next one is stay active. This one here is very important too. Get a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Most people are deprived of sleep. Very important to get a good night's sleep. There was a whole documentary on, they say you can go without eating, you can go without water, but you cannot go without sleep.
The body needs to rest.
You got to lay down. You got to get that rest. Very important to do that.
If it wasn't important, you wouldn't get that feeling of being tired if it wasn't important.
There you go.
He made this body like it's supposed to. He wants you to rest it too.
But that could be the cause of so many issues because people are not resting. Right. You are truly not resting. Your brain is on overload. You lay in the bed and you got things are just going too. Exactly.
Yeah, because your body's not able to repair itself the way it needs to while it's at rest.
So you're still up just all over the place. You're just wired. Your little pistons is going back and forth, back and forth. You can't shut your brain down. And it's a lot of people like that. So that's why sleep is so important. They say take the TV out of your room, make your room nice and cool, make it dark. You know, they say the best way to get a good night's sleep is don't sleep with no clothes on. Sleep in the nude. You'll get a really good night's sleep. That was just on news the other day. Sleep in the nude. You get a good night's sleep. The next one, they said smoking makes inflammation worse. It rises inflammation. Smoking. So many chemicals in a cigarette, I could not even begin to tell y'all how many ingredients goes into a cigarette. If you are a smoker, stop it. Get the patch, get the gum, get the whole 9 yards. Check with your doctor that might have you on medication. Right. Definitely want to check with your doctor because they're going to put you on something to keep this inflammation down so it doesn't become chronic inflammation. They're going to give you some type of NSAIDs. Those are pain medications for inflammation. Some need to be prescribed. You might be prescribed prednisone or opioids or something of that manner just to take the pain off, take the edge off of the pain. Some of these medications can mess with your stomach. You can have some stomach problems like ulcers, bleeding of the ulcers. So know what you're taking, how long you're taking, look at the side effects to it. Try to find something as natural as possible so you can come off of these medications. And it says some types of NSAIDs may increase your risk of a heart attack and a stroke. That's in the report. It also says do some supplements if you can, because you're not going to get the vitamins and minerals that you need from food.
You're not going to get everything.
You're not going to get everything from your food. So you're going to have to take some type of supplement. That's in the report. Supplement. It says omega-3 is number 1, and then some type of supplement with vitamin D in it. You're going to need that. So talk to your doctor. And then drink a lot of water. Gotta drink a lot of water. So those are just some things for inflammation. Think I covered everything for inflammation. So now I'm going to go into some products that we have that may help with inflammation.
Indeed. So I do have a disclaimer. Our products we're about to speak about have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and are designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But all we do know, by our opinion, we have some of the best products on the planet. See that? Coconut water. She's hydrating. She walked a lot of steps.
I do a lot of coconut water.
Yeah. So she's hydrating.
I make my shakes with coconut water. I walk with my coconut water. I had a Lviv Slim in my coconut water today. But get your stay hydrated, family. Very important.
Indeed. Oh, just want to recap. On that report, it says you can get a better night's sleep if you sleep in the nude.
Yeah.
You doing that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get back at you on that one.
I went and took my bath when I came back from walking. So after the presentation from corporate, you know where I'm headed. In the bed. Stop being fresh.
Okay, all right. Live. It's a healthy platform.
So we're gonna start with our 3 essentials. That's what Reggie's. That's what
you have over here. Yes, right? I do.
So we're going to start with our 3 essentials. I recommend these 3. If you don't get nothing else that I talk about tonight,
these 3 you want to
get these 3
and drink it every day.
Just drink the juice.
Indeed.
Now the report talked about berries. All berries are good for you. All this is berries.
That's it.
Mangosteen, acai, goji berry, pomegranate, and noni. I think they said pomegranate juice was excellent too. It's in there. So this juice here, that's why we get the effects that we get from this juice, because it has loaded with berries, high in antioxidants. Indeed. Another one we have high in antioxidants would be our green Lviv. We say the green will keep you clean.
Yes.
Artichoke, milk thistle, alfalfa herbs, senna leaf, aloe vera juice. What goes in got to come out.
See that little stomach right there?
It's good for
that gut.
What your gut? What's the issues we talked about with gut? Celiacs, Crohn's disease, IBS, all of that. You got to get that bad bacteria out of your gut. Get that bad bacteria out of there.
Indeed.
So then we have vitamin. This is a vitamin. That's why we put those 3 together. This is your biofood. You have your biofuel, you have your bioflow, and then your biofood. This is a liquid vitamin, and everybody needs a liquid vitamin. Indeed. I don't care if you're 6 or 106. Everybody needs to be taking a vitamin. Vitamin C, vitamin A, your D, everything that your body is asking for, it's in there. It has 11 key vitamins that's in there. 8 minerals, vital minerals that's in there. Great for your cellular nutrition. Goes right in and goes to work.
Indeed.
Now, inflammation, you're going to have some pain. Going to be some pain involved. So for pain, we have our pure noni. It's an acquired taste, but it worked, y'all. It's just nothing to play with. This product works for pain. Can help bring down inflammation as well, but it is really good for pain. All natural, no side effects to anything that we have. So get your pure noni. It's an acquired taste. If you don't like the taste, mix it with grape juice. Both of those are good for you. The next one we have is going to be our cran aloe. This is one of my favorites. I used to suffer from fibroids. Keyword was used to. But this shrank my fibroids. Cran aloe is also cranberry. I told y'all the whole thing about cranberry. It inhibits the growth of breast, colon, lung, and prostate tumors. Cranberries. Cranberry and aloe vera juice right there. So you can't go wrong with that. And you only need a little bit because it's super concentrated. So that's the cran aloe. The next one I wanted to share was our Power Boost.
Yes, indeed.
Inflammation.
Very good product here.
This will keep it dilates your blood vessels so your blood can flow through your body properly the way it needs to. A lot of people have blockage. That inflammation, that swelling up in your body can just block up some things. So this dilates your blood vessels so everything can flow the way it needs to flow. That's why they said it's like that little blue pill. It's something like that little blue pill.
Yeah, because of the dilating of all the vessels in the body.
So remember, it can get the blood flow to the proper places where it needs to be.
And that's what's great about this power boost.
Clue. Get you some power boost. They say don't turn your man loose. Get him some power boost. I'm just saying.
Let me just say this too, because it has 300 milligrams of L-arginine in that product. So L-arginine is a vasodilator anyway, so it's going to allow more blood flow to all the organs up and including your skin.
There you go.
So the more blood flow, more oxygen being delivered, the better functioning of your organs, as well as in fact, every part of your body would be even better, just getting more blood flow to
Tell them, honey.
That's what's so great about that.
And it's high in vitamin C.
Very high in vitamin C.
There you go.
All right.
So our next one is going to be our omegas. The report talked, I think I started off with omegas. So get your omegas. These are good from your head to your toes. It's good for your brains all the way down to your toenails. Good for your heart. Good for your joints. Definitely your knees. If you're traveling and you got to fly, get on the plane, take your omegas to keep that swelling down so you don't get that swelling in your ankles. Or if you got to travel long road trip, take your omegas.
And the reason for this is a natural, omegas are natural blood thinners anyway. And if you're already on a blood thinner, keep in mind, you want to consult your doctor before using this to let them know if you want to do something more natural, you can, but it's up to your doctor to make that happen.
Also loaded with flaxseed oil. That was in the report too. Your flaxseed oil and your vitamin E. It's in our omegas. So you definitely want to get your omegas. Everybody should be taking an omega. I mean, everybody, seriously. And then this one is going to be our coral calcium. Inflammation in your body, you need your calcium. This is for a good night's sleep as well. Love the omegas. I know, Miss Laverne, you got to have it. You truly got to have it. But your coral calcium, this is for a good night's sleep. Most people that got inflammation in their body, they tossing and turning, they just can't get comfortable. This can get you comfortable and get you a really good night's sleep. Potassium, magnesium. Yeah. And I'm almost out. I'm going to need some more of this.
I'm going to say the coral liquid calcium is good for, if you know anybody that has, high cholesterol. This is good for that too, lowering your cholesterol as well. Calcium.
Proper absorption of your potassium, promoting relaxation of your sleep. Like they say, eat a banana before you go to bed because of the potassium. We got coral calcium for a good night's sleep because of the potassium and the magnesium in it together. And it also has zinc and loaded with that vitamin D that you don't get out in that sun and get that vitamin D. You can take it with coral calcium.
There was a whole bunch of free vitamin D today.
Oh, I got mine. I got my free vitamin D today out in the park. For real. So we like to start everybody. Here I am going backwards. Like to start everybody with the Ultra Body Cleanse. You need the cleanse, family. So many people are just so backed up. You know, you're just eating all this stuff. You got to get it out of your system. You truly have to get it out of your system. Got to be mindful what you're eating. You should detox when the seasons change. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Summer about to come into play. So it is going to be time to detox. Detox all of this stuff out of your system. Yeah. There's a guy that what is his name? What is his name? Akua? Is it Akua? He talks about detox all the time. He said if people knew the importance of detox, you would do better with detoxing your body. Yeah, people are sick because they're not detoxing their body. Even Dr. Sebi said that too. Yes, 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 and yes, detox. Absolutely, absolutely. Detoxing is just as important as getting a good night's sleep. It
sure is.
You got to cleanse your body. You got to flush your body. Now I just drink the tea. You know, I done took all the tablets, so I got all this tea left, and I know I'm not the only one. Everybody got some detox tea left. The tea doesn't go bad. Put it in a cup and just drink it before you go to bed. So it's working while you sleep. Yes, you can take the tablet in the morning, drink the tea at night, but a lot of people forget to take the tea because by the time you done took that tablet, after dinner, you don't went to the bathroom. You don't need the tea. What am I drink the tea for? I done went already. But drink the tea. It goes together,
drink
family.
The tea. Like we say, drink the juice, drink the tea.
Drink the tea. It goes together, yes. Right? Don't put any sugar in your tea. Use honey. You can use agave or just put lemon juice
or use a little capsule of Multi-Plus.
You can do that too. Or put your essentials in the tea. All three of them together. We got to get away from the sugar. Sugar makes inflammation worse. So just remember that. Sugar makes everything worse. And everything has sugar in it. So you got to just be mindful. Fruit is sugar free. It has its own natural sugars. So people saying I can't eat all that the fruit because it'll run my. It's a natural sugar.
Your body metabolizes that differently than synthetic sugar. It's totally different.
Totally different.
Indeed.
It's not going to run your sugar through the roof. Eat an apple and go drink a bottle of water because you're also getting your fiber from your fruit that you need. People aren't. You're not going to eat the things you got to get your fruits and vegetables in there. Doctor tell you don't eat no fruit. You need to find another doctor. I'm serious. We need our fruits. All of these reports talked about fruits, vegetables, plant-based diet. That's what all we're supposed to have. The further we get away from what God put here for us to ingest, the sicker we have become. We got to get back to nature and eat what God put here. Get back to the basic. Find things with seeds and get about doing your business, family. So that's what I wanted to share with the family. Awesome. So we are here. That is going to complete our report on inflammation. So if you're achy a little bit, go drink the juice. Get your essentials.
Get your products. Get back with that one who, if you're a guest on here today, if you're a guest, get with that person who invited you to the platform and get your essentials product. Get them and start using them.
And
making a lifestyle change. Exactly. Don't stop. And that's one component, use the product, start feeling better and think they can stop using it. No.
That's a lot of people
keep going. Don't ever stop as a lifestyle change.
I got somebody called me yesterday because she just got out of the hospital because she stopped taking her products a while back. Now she's ready to get back on her products. So take your products, family. And eat properly. You got to remember these are supplements, not substitutes for what you're supposed to be doing as well. So eat right, exercise, get out and get some vitamin D from the sun, drink your water, and get a really, really good night's sleep. I'm gonna drink this whole thing of coconut water.
Well, you need it.
I do.
You sweated a lot. So
I really
put that back in.
I'm telling you, family. Here we go.
Ding. I got my essentials right here. What do you have in your glass?
That's a whole lot of essentials. Hey, that's more than a shot.
That's all right. It's gonna be good. It's doing the body really good though.
Stay organic, think organic, and just stay there in that realm, family. So that's what we have for you tonight. Inflammation. Victoria Flanagan, I will be on corporate tonight. I'm doing another report on lupus.
Yes.
This is Lupus Awareness Month. It's not going to be long. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to give you the stats, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And we're going to have an awesome testimony on lupus.
Good conversation.
You know anybody with lupus, get them plugged in on corporate this evening. You know anybody with inflammation, put this on your page and let's get this information out. It is shareable. It's on my page. It's on Reggie's page. Share this information out. People are hurting out here. When you share the video, put your website so they could go to your website. They got any questions, answer their questions. People are hurting out here. They're hurting and they're turning to fast, quick fixes. And we got to stop that. We got to stop that. Okay. We just got to make better choices. So that's what I have for you tonight.
All right. So I just want to add to that. Like she said, she's going to be featured. She's a guest speaker tonight on our wellness call, a corporate wellness. So definitely support that and invite to it. Like, again, she's talking about lupus. That's one that's close to my heart because of my two sisters that had lupus. My one who's passed on, but one that's still, here with us, but, she still has a lupus, but doing very well. But she's doing good.
Yeah, you can live with lupus.
She's the one that had fell, and because of that trauma, something triggered in her body that caused her to get the lupus.
You got it.
Yep. All right. So thank you, everybody,
for joining us. Thank you again, family, for being here. Thank you for your support. Love, love, love you guys always.
Indeed.
We couldn't do it without you, but please share the information out, family.
You guys make it all worth it. Thank you, Ms. Artemis Wicker.
So many people are sick out here. We got help to do. We got work to do, family.
Indeed.
They need us. They need us, and they need what we got.
Exactly. So we just got to be that voice.
So just keep ringing that bell. They coming around.
Keep doing it.
They coming around.
Hey, Miss Hollywood, there you go. We appreciate you too. So hey, listen.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being on this platform. Like I say all the time, we really appreciate you. You guys make it all worth it. Just something that we want to continue to do and keep spreading this good information that Ms. Victoria always brings forth. So I applaud her for another great report. Awesome job.
We just got to stay informed, family. There's so many things we have to unlearn. You know, we thought we were doing things right. The more research I do it, we got messed up. But just stay tuned, family. God bless you.
All right, so we'll see you guys at 8.
Have a good evening.
All right, family. Love you guys. And there's nothing you can do about it either.
Not a
thing.
Not a thing.
Bye for now, gang.
Not a thing.